Probably not.
Yeah, hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Remy Please of the Flight Room Podcast. I am with P Shack, Lighthouse, and this is episode 70. We on episode 70, y'all. Whew, okay.
We making headway out here.
Yeah.
70.
All right, so this kind of old as far as like I don't know, internet news or just media news, but Sha'Carri Richardson was in the news because she pretty much, after her eventful summer, came in last place in her last track meet, and she sounded off, right after following the interview, popping off and saying she's not done, she's still here, blase, blase. What do y'all take from this? Do y'all want to hear her popping off?
Yeah, go ahead and play it. Go ahead.
All right, let's rewind that a little bit. You can hear the pain in her voice. She cried when she got in the car.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was right after the race, huh?
Mm.
It was a great return back to the sport. I wanted to be able to come in before, having a month off, dealing with all I was dealing with. I'm not upset at myself at all. This is one race. I'm not done. You know what I'm capable of. Count me out if you want to. Talk all the shit you want.
Damn.
Hey, I'm not done. I'm the sixth fastest woman in this game ever. And can't nobody ever take that from me. Congratulations to the winners. Congratulations to the people that won. But they're not done seeing me yet.
What y'all think of what she said?
I like the confidence. I ain't gonna lie. I like the confidence. It's just that she came in fucking last place, bro. Like, goddamn. Like, you know what I'm saying? I would like the confidence backed up by something. I could see if she was like third or fourth. But this is the thing too. We gotta take into consideration is like she said, she hasn't even trained. Like these Bahamas, the three women from Jamaica that won the top three, they were actually racing in the Olympics. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they got that burn, they got that that practice and that burn and competing. She didn't get that for the last month. I mean, that's not really it could be her fault too, because you still can compete and race in your own right. But I don't know. To me, I like the confidence. I just think it's not placed well because she didn't do anything.
I think it's like two parts. Like one, I think she's kind of embracing this kind of like villainized role that kind of like preceding her. And two, I think she's also reacting to being villainized at the same point. Like she's probably not used. She's used to being, she was like the darling leading up to a certain point, and then people kind of turned on her. So when it was like, she came up last. I mean, you did last, shorty. You came up last. It was kind of like, she's like lashing out. You know what I'm saying? Like she has to prove a point. So it's like two sides of the coin. Like I can see both sides.
Yeah, I think that I think the problem is like, like when was the last time you seen somebody come in last place and then they get an interview at an interview? You know what I'm saying? Like,
and she's still breathing hard.
And that's the problem right there. I feel like they're making a spectacle out of her. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like she gonna get the clicks. She's already a controversial figure. So it's like, did the person who went and get a fucking interview? You know what I'm saying? Like it was she was getting all the attention after that shit. So I think
then the girls walking off kind of like recognized like why she get interviewed, and they kind of like smirk.
Yeah, and that's the issue. I feel like she had all that hype coming up. She got the commercials because I remember before the Olympics started, I was watching highlights and she started popping up on the feed. Like when the people just start popping up, there's something behind him. So I'm like, all right, she must be the new star. You know what I'm saying? And then she failed the drug test, but she still was getting attention. She still was getting recognition. Didn't even compete in the Olympics. Like for real, Sha'Carri Richardson probably still the biggest household name in American Olympics, and she didn't even compete or win shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I feel like that's the biggest issue right there. Like I kind of feel like the people behind the scenes are making a spectacle out of her, and then you can see like the way she responded in the interview. You can tell that shit is getting to her. You know what I'm saying? And she was probably expecting the backlash, but I don't necessarily have a problem with the interview at the end because that's what you got to do. Like she lost, but she like, I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna work hard. I'm gonna,
right.
I took this L, but I have no problem with how she did the interview. But I just think that everybody else handling her around her, I feel like everybody's kind of exploiting her a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I look at that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Did y'all see anything today where Allison Felix was on some late night show and she's like kind of like saying, we need to like circle around Sha'Carri and what I'm saying, lift her up. And then Sha'Carri came back on the internet and was like, pretty much she basically saying like, oh, that's like fake love from Allison Felix. So,
yeah. I didn't see that.
That's probably, I don't know about that. I mean, but even in general, like Allison Felix is the one that should be getting this recognition as far as American sprinters. You know what I'm saying? So,
right.
I think, and maybe that might be an issue. Maybe she feel like, what's her name? Allison took her spot a little bit. Like that was supposed to be Sha'Carri right there, and Allison was like the hero for the Americans. So
yeah, well deserved though. So
well deserved, and she a vet. You know what I'm saying? She's been doing this for a long ass time, and she's still competing at a high level. So I feel like she's the one that's supposed to be getting this recognition. We should be talking about her. Sha'Carri at the end of the day is famous off of failing. She's famous from losing. She failed the test. She came to last place. And I'm not even saying this because I don't have no problem with her, to be completely honest. I'm just saying, like, as a society, it's like we put her on the pedestal that she really don't deserve right now. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of like making her, like I said, a spectacle now because we put her on the stage that she really ain't earned. So now it's like every failure is like magnified times 10 now. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's the biggest problem, though. That Kanye commercial ain't help at all.
Right.
That Kanye commercial ain't help at all, bro. But yeah.
I think it's commercials for real. I think it's multiple commercials now.
Well, yeah, but I think she'll bounce back, man. I think she'll bounce back because I think that they had a plan for her, and I think she's aware of that, and I think she's gonna, she pretty much has everything laid out for her to succeed. She just gotta, bring home some hardware. She just gotta bring home some hardware. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
Yeah, she gotta watch her mouth too, because I saw something today of her popping back at the Jamaican saying
for real.
That they walk barefoot. That they walk barefoot to their huts every day.
She said
that. Need to calm down. Yeah, I just saw
like an old tweet or something.
Nah, that was today. She was like, y'all.
Hold up.
Yeah, she was like, y'all need to calm down. Y'all keep talking mess, and when y'all walk to y'all huts every day, she's like, I don't want to talk about y'all. And I was like, God, yo, she need to watch her mouth, dog, because she could get canceled real quick.
Yeah, you talking about, Jamaicans, them niggas be fast. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, shit, I'm tripping.
Yeah.
I'm a rock with the Jamaicans. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man.
Yeah, you can't bet against the Jamaicans. Not in no racing. Not no races.
Yeah. So, but she wilding for that statement. That was disrespectful.
I was shocked. I was like, nah.
Like that.
Nah.
Now, I mean, Sha'Carri, she got she must be a little firecracker. Like, she got what's it called about herself? Like she lets her emotions get the best of her. She already showing that. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying. She need to watch out. I don't know if she got like a mentor or something.
And plus
she just shot down the only mentor that they know that's closest to her for price.
Allison Felix.
Yeah. So she like to see almost like she unraveling. Like when you know what I'm saying? When you saying shit like that, like nigga, that's not, that's you still talking about black people when you say that shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what you doing?
Yeah.
What you doing? Like, what you doing? And you came in you can't be talking shit like that when you came in last place. Now you want to talk about a nigga hut. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you came in last. You can't be talking shit like that. Like, so
that wasn't good. That wasn't good at all.
I'm looking for that shit.
Oh, let me try to pull it up too.
But yeah, man. But like I said, she got another 4 years from now. I think. She'll get another shot, man, because there was no other anybody else outside of her other than Allison Felix. But Allison Felix, she earned that. But there's nobody else out there. I felt like they was pushing as far as Americans on some superstar shit. So, you know, she gonna get another shot. She gonna get another opportunity to redeem herself. So I believe her. This ain't the last we're gonna see of her. It's not the last at all.
Yeah. 7 hours ago. Look it up, Randall. I can send you this. It was a tweet.
Send that.
Here it go.
You found it?
Nah.
Oh.
I'm just looking at them mug her while they walk by.
Yeah, I mean, and that she probably saw that. Then after the interview was over, she probably looked at the tape and seen how the girl made the face that she was walking by and shit. So that probably fueled her.
Yeah.
You know, how old is she again? How old is she? Like 21? How old is she?
Yeah, I think she is 21. Either that, or somebody, you know, one of them Jamaicans probably might have posted something like, yeah, you know, we number one, or we beat her or whatever. And then, you know, because Jamaicans they be talking some shit too. Like, let's be honest.
And that's they
shit.
Be
talking some shit.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I just sent it to you.
She said that? Nah, she didn't say that.
Bro.
Or she liked it. Oh, she liked it. Yeah, them lights get you in trouble.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, she's salty. She a little salty. But it's not, man. At the end of the day, like I said, I think the pedestal that she was placed on was a little too high for what she's achieved. You know what I'm saying? So everything she do now is just going to be magnified. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is.
And she got dusted. She was way in the back. You think? Here we go. You think she got? I mean, it's like, how many times, like, are you going to race in, you know, real competitive, you know, events from now till where people can forget about all your, you know,
transgressions? Yeah.
How many times are you going to be able to do that? Because not like, you know what I mean, it's basketball season, like it's right around the corner. You got a whole season to redeem yourself. Like, you know, people
we got
like,
another 4 years. So that shit going to last for 4 years. Everything that's going on right now.
Yeah. Yep.
And it was 5 hours ago.
Says, not y'all Jamaicans still talking shit when y'all got to walk barefoot to y'all coconut stand every day for a living. Sounds, I hear a bunch of American privilege.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all niggas sound like some bougie ass niggas. Y'all, the majority of the world is third world countries, bro. You know what I'm saying? Most people live like, most niggas live like them privileged American. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man.
But that's the thing. Like, I think that's a low blow. You know what I mean? Like, you don't talk about somebody's like lack of lifestyle, or, you know, or what they have to go through on a daily basis. Like, you try and compete. You know what I'm saying? Talk about competition or something like that. So yeah, I don't know how bad that is for her going forward.
Right. All right. So, question: how do you balance giving or earning with? I mean, somebody hold this. How do you balance? Who wrote this shit? I copied and pasted this
How
shit.
do you balance?
How do you balance giving without seeking a reward?
Right. How do you balance giving, without seeking reward benefit?
Or to prevent yourself from being used? Like, how can you give to somebody without seeking a reward and also not feeling used? When I first saw this, I was thinking to myself, you know, that's up to you as an individual to feel used. It's like, you know, obviously a person can, at the end of the day, people are always using people, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's up to you to, you know, determine how you feel about that situation. Like, if I do something good for somebody out the kindness of my heart, and even if that person in their mind think they got over me or they thought they played me, that's not my issue. That's their issue. That's some shit they got to deal with. You know what I'm saying? As long as my intentions was good and what I brought to the table came from a good place, then I can't worry about if that person think they finessed me or think they got over or think they used me. Like, at the end of the day, that shit ain't for me. And, you know, my father said to me a long time ago, he was like, just because you love somebody don't mean that they have to love you back. And I was like, damn, like, that shit kind of fucked me up when he said that. But when I thought about it, I'm like, it's true. It's like, if your intentions, if you have good intentions for somebody and you love somebody, like, what they give back to you, that has nothing to do with you. All that matters is with the energy you put out there, the intention and what you did. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, at the end of the day, that's on them to, you know, that's their problem. That's not mine. So that's how I would usually deal with, you know, the concept of being used. Like at the end of the day, if that person think they got over me, that's the issue with, and that's the issue that they're gonna have to deal with God. You know what I'm saying? If they think they manipulated, that's gonna be their karma. That's not my issue. I had good intentions, and that's how, you know, you can kind of deal with, you know, quote unquote being manipulated. Even if you want to call it manipulation, but you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. It's also like what are your expectations when you're doing or, you know, giving something? So what are those expectations like when you initially, you know, put that effort forward or you intentionally do something for somebody? If you're expecting something every time, then I mean, you gotta be cool with the results.
Yeah, I agree.
I also think this kind of this is like a good like it kind of transitions into love language too, right? So when you talk about, you know, giving a certain thing, like, you know what I'm saying, if you're a gift giver, but the person that you're giving a gift to is not really, you know, that's not, they don't receive that shit
the same way.
The same way, you know what I'm saying? And you like, well, where's the reciprocation? Like, I want them damn Jordans that's coming out in 2 weeks. And you know, you receiving this shit and you just making me dinner. Like, what the fuck? So
that's a good point though.
Yeah, I think love language got a big part into this, because if you're a gift giver, but the person that you're giving the gift to isn't a gift giver, and you're expecting, you know, that reciprocal gift giving, it's like you never gonna get that shit. You know what I'm saying? But their love language might be acts of service, right? So they might, you know what I'm saying, they might like prepare dinner or you know, give you a massage or whatever. Like, you know, I know we could talk about relationships, but we could also talk about family. Like, family is in here too. Like, you know what I'm saying? You give your sister, you give your brother, you give your cousin something, and then, you know, you might be the older brother or whatever, and you never get anything back, or you don't get what you want back. You know what I'm saying? Because it's already like, it's a default. Like you're supposed to give to them, and they ain't supposed to give back to you. So yeah, I think we could dig like real deep into this shit. Cause
that's a really strong point, man. That's a really good point. Because at the end of the day, like you were just saying, like you said, you might be a gift giver, and you know, you might feel it might be a complete misunderstanding between you and two people just because they not, you know, communicating to you the way in which you understand shit. So it's like that person might show that they're, like you said, that person might show their gratefulness through cooking a meal, but you like, nigga, I just bought you, you know, some phones. Like, what are you doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like you expecting some shit of that same quality or quantity in return, and then when you don't get it in return, you might think that person don't fuck with you as much as they do, just because they didn't communicate it to you the same way that you would like it to. Right. And that's something I think we all go through that, because I know I had to learn that lesson in life too. Like, everybody's different, bro. Like, sometimes you might think that a person, because they don't show you love the same way you show them love, and you'll think that it's a personal thing, but that just they just different. They got a different way of going about shit, you know. So sometimes we project ourselves on the other people a lot. Like, I think we all do that. You know what I'm saying? So that's a very good point.
Yeah, so I think on the receiving side too, it was like, if you're not somebody that's used to, you know, getting shower gifts, and then it get laid on you, and then like you do something that you think is thoughtful, and and then like they just not ready for, you know, what you consider is, you know, love or caring, or
that's true too.
Or if you quantify the price tag versus, you know, I mean, the you know, the exchange of, you know, acts or gifts, or, you know what I'm saying, feelings towards each other.
Yeah, and I think that's the balance. I think the beautiful part about it is, any type of relationship it is, if it's family, if it's your girl, like, you can find what that balance is after a little bit. Like, you know, even if you give something differently, or if your giving is like touch or physical touch or whatever, and they reciprocate it by I don't know, like, you know, buying you some cologne or something. Like, when you find that balance, I think that's the perfect part, because then nobody feels like they're being used. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but don't you kind of set yourself up for like an expectation? I think we kind of talked about this last week, maybe. I don't know, but like,
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, you do.
Yeah, so if like
setting the precedent for the relationship.
when people hate when you pull a them on them. So like if you like, you know, you pretty much you're gonna make yourself a routine. If I learn like your love language, I mean you learn my love language, and we pretty much set up a routine. Like you do this type of thing, I do this type of thing, but when you switch it up, then it might be a problem. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's always gonna be something that doesn't match up. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just when you find that niche, or when you got somebody that is passionate about making you feel, you know, good in return, however that is, then you know, then it's beautiful. Yeah. But yeah, it's always gonna be some mishaps, because I know myself. I'll be fucking up. I'll be like. I was like, oh, you know, she gave me this, so let me try it. Yeah, but so.
Oh yeah, I don't want to make it competitive either.
Yeah.
But you can also translate this topic over to like your job and school. You know what I'm saying? Anything.
That is true too.
Like, you know, especially if you work in teams or stuff like that, and you always the one coming through, or you carrying the load, or you kind of like enabling somebody that's kind of like, you know, not
that'd be bullshit.
Carrying their part. You setting up, you know, a routine where people can fucking take advantage. You could be used.
Yep.
And y'all getting paid the same amount.
Yep.
Or even less. Yeah. Or even less. If you're doing like a whole, you know, assistant manager, you know, they don't do shit. Assistant manager, the manager type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You fucking carrying their load that they supposed to be carrying. So
yeah, that's usually how it go.
So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, well, is it like, I don't know. You always gotta put I don't know, man.
I think as long as your intentions is always good, you know what I'm saying, and you feel good within yourself with what you know what you doing, then I think other than that, you know, that's all you can really worry about at the end of the day. It's like, did I do the right thing? Am I good with my decisions? You know what I'm saying? And as long as you good with that, you can't even worry about that other shit.
Yeah, that kind of goes back to what you said, Marcus, what your father said. Like, you know what I'm saying, worry about how you treat that person, not how they treat you. Like, so it's like it's really just about your actions and verbalizing what you would want. If it's a lack of reciprocation, you know what I'm saying, then that's just a discussion. But I feel like
even within that lack of discussion, even within that, it's like at the end of the day, you know, as long as that, like even that other person, damn, I forgot, I lost my train.
All right, what about?
Yeah, go ahead.
What about? Oh, my fault.
You was about to say something, Paul?
Oh no! I was just gonna say, it you know, even relates to reciprocation. Like it could always be a letdown. Like nobody's perfect, right? So like you know, I know, I don't know if this is how it is for everybody, but when, you know, Father's Day, what do we get on Father's Days?
A card.
What do we get? What do we get? Or what do we get on?
Some tools.
What do fathers get on Christmas?
A card,
some ties, and
a $15 gift card to Target.
So I feel like we being honestly, like as the father figures, man, it ain't good for us. We almost gotta expect some bullshit.
Yeah.
Like you know, our girls or parents might treat us differently, but just, you know, as the man in the house in the holidays and stuff, they ain't really fit for us. like be honest. So we used to it.
Yeah.
Okay. So in the times that you do find out you're being used, like how do you switch that uncalled like routine?
Oh, and that's the part that now you remind me of what I was going to say. Now you remind me. So no, basically what it is like, so if your intention was good and then you find out that person used you or try to manipulate you, fuck them, cut them off. You ain't got to deal with them no more. Like I said, you can, if that person thinks that in the rapport of your relationship is them manipulating you and you figure that out, then fuck them. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you don't lose no karma. Your shit was good. And then when you find out that person, you know what I'm saying, was trying to take advantage, you don't have to fuck with them no more. Routine over. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. All right, but what if that's like a routine that you set up and you was comfortable at one point until you had the awakening where you were being used and maybe there was no like ill will or malintent on their part. they just, saying like, okay, I guess that's how he is. He's going to, take the brunt or take the majority of said work. Yeah, how do you smooth that over?
You just gotta change the shit. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be like, all right, I ain't moving like that no more. It is what it is,
And but are they allowed to say, "Damn, he acting different"?
Yeah, they allowed to say that, but you got to control the situation. They can feel however they want to feel. Yeah. Like once you realize like shit is becoming a little imbalanced, you gotta fix that shit. And if that person is unhappy with you switching up, because sometimes we put like you were saying, we put ourselves in bad situations, and then you wake up and be like, oh shit, I gotta fix this. You know what I'm saying? And if that person becomes a casualty, then that person becomes a casualty because you gotta look out for yourself. You know what I'm saying? You gotta make sure you good, because that motherfucker.
Man, so this job I had a long time ago is usually like a 2-man team type thing. Mm-hmm. And you get a job, you get in the truck, and you go travel these distances to go do this job. Mm-hmm. And for the most part, it's a revolving door with any job. They hire a bunch of dickheads, assholes, jerk offs, all that type shit. Yeah. So it was like a few times, like, I mean, and they always put, the new guy with, veteran people. Mm-hmm. So it was times where, and there was this one specific time where they put this, a jackass with me, and we went to a restroom, 7-Eleven, Wawa, whatever. I waited to see one in there, and I drove the fuck off. I could not deal with that shit. I could not deal. I'm not.
Yeah, because those are some long drives.
I'm not baby.
You gotta be in there.
And that was like towards the end of like my whole, tenure with that.
Hey, that's funny.
With that company, I ain't give a fuck, bro. I ain't give a fuck towards the end. It's
Did
like
they come back? Did they come back and like penalize you for that shit?
I didn't care. I was at a point where I did not care, bro. Like, I was just looking for a reason. But
that's funny.
Like I'm not babysitting no grown ass man. I'm not, carrying the load for nobody, especially when I'm getting paid, the same amount as somebody. So
yeah. So y'all mentioned something that actually sparked another thing. So this is the thing, right? When you have or when you have a balance, or you have like we talked about love languages, you have something, like a specific sequence in your household or your relationship or whatever, and then somebody on the outside comes in and says, "Hey, that's not fair." Yeah, like, so the Marcus, what you were talking about, like the whole, the balance of being used. Like, you could be in a relationship, or you could be, in a particular situation, and everything's working for you, and then somebody on the outside come in and like, that's not fair, that ain't right, and they don't know nothing about how y'all perform, or y'all what you give and what you receive, and then that fuck everything up too. So that it's crazy. It's crazy how that dynamic can change, and I feel like that actually happens to a lot of relationships, even in the spotlight, like people that show everything. And you know what I'm saying, post their whole relationship on social media. Like I feel like people can throw wrenches in that shit easily.
Of course.
Yeah, that's dangerous. That's dangerous.
That's always, like you said, y'all have a routine, y'all got a way of going about things that work for y'all perfectly. You happy, she happy, whatever. And then somebody else that ain't living y'all lifestyle that may not work for them, but they may put that seed in, saying, somebody's head, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, there is an imbalance in this relationship. I just didn't realize it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, like, but you was happy before you heard that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man.
They're like, damn, bro, like you cook, you wash the dishes, and you take out the trash, and you bring the money home. What's wrong with you? Like, you know what I'm saying? But hey, it's like it depends on the household, and it depends on what y'all agree on. And if anything is different, you know what I'm saying? People gonna throw wrenches at that.
Right. So. Hey, at the end of the day, you gotta set your price.
Yep. So that's the thing. If you're happy with what's going on and how you got everything set up, then that's all that matters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. If that's the price, that's it. All sales are final.
I agree.
All sales are final.
Yep, I agree.
But the funny thing about that, all sales are final, is when you got kids, like, a lot of stuff changes.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course.
You know what I'm saying? Everything that was agreed upon, they switch up so quick.
Yeah. That could be part of the sale. This ain't gonna be no outside, influence at all whatsoever.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, we probably got to revisit that too.
I mean,
so talking about
relationships. Just
ahead.
on the topic though, real quick. That's why I firmly believe you gotta keep your like relationship, especially like your woman or whatever. You gotta keep that shit sacred, young. Because like when more niggas getting involved in opinions and people like that can cause confusion and shit. So you gotta kind of like you gotta protect your shit. You know what I'm saying?
Even that like subconscious shit. Like you watching I don't know.
Love and Hip Hop or something.
Love and Hip Hop or. Maybe people will hear, shit like this subconsciously on your way to work, the Flavor Podcast, and maybe, teeter you one way or another, or watching movies or shows.
Or like I say Kevin Samuels or some shit like that. You
Kevin Samuels,
and then you getting triggered, and then you be like, Kevin Samuels is right. Like, fuck this bitch. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm telling you, but that shit be happening. Yo.
Yeah. Or on the other hand, or if you a female, you looking at Kevin Samuels like, oh, all niggas are like this. All niggas think like this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And they bruised. Yeah. For life.
Yeah. Or just I don't know, watching some of these, super dramatic
series,
old network or BT
Lifetime.
Yeah, you 100%. Them Lifetime movies be
those just like crazy.
Like every movie is like a psychotic, crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like every time is always a crazy psycho. Like them joints.
And you having this emotional connection to it, and then how do you separate from that?
Hey, y'all ever catch yourselves watching some of them joints now? Like I ain't gonna lie, I didn't call myself like, hold on, this shit kind of interesting.
Hey, Brent. So on that topic, Sha'Carri's parents got divorced.
Wow.
And they filed for divorce. Steph and Sha'Carri's father and mother. Yeah, and their mother. Their mother is the mother is she's nice. She's nice. We know. So I don't know. I don't know what happened, but she's with an old white dude now already.
Wow.
Like so that's
already. I mean, he already been there
already. Older than Del Curry white dude. So that's different. Something must have been happening for the last couple of months. You know what I'm saying? People got in their marriage. It's that wrench.
Maybe he got, homeboy might got, a little bit more influence. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
I've been saying that shit a lot lately. Ain't nothing sacred no more.
Yeah, ain't nothing.
I've been saying that shit a lot lately.
Ain't nothing sacred. Not this day and age. But speaking of relationships, is there? Speaking of relationships and speaking of marriages, there a moment
and sacredness?
And sacredness. Is there a moment in a relationship where there's a hall pass is valid? Is there a moment in a relationship where a hall pass is valid?
Man, I was playing this game night game the other day, and this junk came up, and this wasn't even one of my questions, but I say hell no. The only scenario I could see this happening is if one part fucked up and the other party wants some get back, and you throwing them a lifesaver to save y'all shit, and you give them a hall pass. Is
that really a lifesaver though? Like that's not like nigga. It could be all over. Like
it can. Yeah,
I know. That's
because at the end of the day, if you take the hall pass and do something with it, then like y'all gonna constantly question and shit.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You ever seen what was that movie, Indecent Proposal with Woody Harrelson? And
that movie is crazy.
That nigga basically gave her a hall pass. He was like, nigga was like, I'll pay you $1 million to sleep with your wife. Nigga was like, shit. Right, bet. Nigga said bet. And then after that shit, the whole
he thought about it though. He thought about
that relationship was fucked. Like ever since that shit. You know what I'm saying? He thought he could handle that. He
Demi Moore.
Said, Demi Moore, and it was Demi Moore of all people, right? But it was like $1 million, you know what I'm saying, for your wife, and you got that $1 million, but y'all relationship was fucked like the rest of the movie, like so, the hall pass, nothing positive comes out of that hall pass shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't see how.
So have you ever said that in a relationship? Even if let's say you're just boyfriend girlfriend, you never was like, hey, if I meet Ashanti or whatever,
Oh, you talking about some hypothetical
shit. Some hypothetical shit. And we know how the DMV is. You know, we know how there's a lot of celebrities that come through the DMV. Some hypothetical shit. I'm just laying it out there.
Ashanti not going for me. I be in her DM. She not going for me.
You never know, bro. You never know, bro. Don't do that to yourself. Don't do that to yourself. But like let's say, you know,
I'm a D-list actress type of junk. I ain't no A-list. I'm a D-list.
let's say, you know, Maya or somebody, right? Maya comes by. Matter of fact,
Shaq, that is super hypothetical. Like you could
how Maya lives in the DMV.
Okay,
she lived in the DMV.
Her folks actually step the street from me.
Yeah, right I talked to her when she was dancing with my sister. Like she was school people's.
But I'm saying like that's hype because a dude. You know what I'm saying they're not going. You know what I mean. This should be a conversation too. A girl of that stature is not gonna go down and pick a man up. But you know what I mean, a dude in like that type of entertainment lifestyle will see your girl and maybe on a one night, you know what I mean, get with her.
Maybe.
That
but I'm just all right. Okay, so you probably right. The percentages is probably outweighing on the female side. Yeah. But it's still a percentage, right? So,
so I'm just saying,
like, let's say.
You're telling
me I like your mind. I like your mind.
It's still a percentage. So let's say she's like, all right, bet. If let's just go with Ashanti again. If Ashanti, you got a free hall pass with Ashanti. Whatever happens, I don't care. Whatever you do, you know what I'm saying.
My girl gonna say get that shit. She gonna say go get that shit.
So that's what I'm saying. Would you execute and would you give her that hall pass if like Nas came through?
That's what that's exactly what I was about to say. I think women can handle giving a man a hall pass way more than a dude can handle that shit. You know what I'm saying? I think because there's men out here with multiple wives. You know what I'm saying? It's like women share men. You know what I'm saying? Like that ain't really that's not a controversial statement. That shit happens all the time. So I mean,
so he's like so Remy like yeah. I could take you. You would execute that shit, right? You saying yes if she gave you the hall pass, but you wouldn't let her. Yeah, it's gotta be even.
I think she would be mad at me if I didn't.
If you didn't?
If I didn't get at Ashanti.
Wow, that's awesome.
I think she would. Kind of eye track. Yeah,
that's awesome. I mean that's hey, she might never mind. I ain't gonna go there. But somebody want to participate too. They might feel left out, so they might want to participate. It's just
ain't no comment.
It is. All right. What's your take on it, Marcus? What you think, bro?
Like I said, I don't think a valid time to give a hall pass. I don't think there's ever a valid time, but. I guess even like Kevin Samuels would say, he was like, what do you say, high value men. What was it? The shit he be saying? He was like saying something like, you have more options. Like you are allowed to deal with other women because if you make a lot of money, you create. You know what I'm saying? Like you have a lot of resources. You do a lot for other people. So it's like you have I guess more leeway to do what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's right, but. I can't see it like just put it like this, like a woman with a dude that's what I'm saying worth 9 figures or some shit like that. Like she might let that nigga have a couple of hall passes. When the next time she gonna bump into a nigga worth 9 figures? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like so that's all I'm saying. Like I think that's a difference. Del Curry.
Nah, the new jump. His.
Exactly, but what I'm saying is, but look who she had to get. You know what I'm saying to move up. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Older, more wrinkly motherfucker.
Right.
That's true.
So, but Del Curry wasn't no max player.
No, he wasn't. He's actually worth $8 million right now. He was making like $2 million at his peak. So I mean, damn.
And then so Sonya, okay. So we be talking about Del played back in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? So them niggas was not making that. But Sonya been around these niggas the entire time. You know what I'm saying? So while Dale was making that 90s nigga, she was next to him around these niggas, you know what I'm saying, making, $100 million. Like she was right there next to him with his 8. You know what I'm saying? So
and her son making 25. 250.
250.
Yeah. And then her,
I'm trying to live like Steph. She was probably like, I'm trying to live like Steph. I don't want to live like Dale. I want to live like Steph.
Right. Because even her son is a journeyman, is making more than them. Seth.
Mm-hmm.
And she probably watching them like, damn, Dale, you can't, you know what I'm saying? Like, our sons is outdoing us. Like, nigga, I need to live a better lifestyle than them. I'm their mother. Like, the fuck?
Probably even Aisha. She probably making all that YouTube money and all that stuff. So
that's true. Yeah.
She got a cookbook and shit.
Mm-hmm.
She be doing everything. And then the Curry daughters, they was like in a commercial. Didn't y'all see that joint with both their daughters? You ain't see that joint? It was a commercial, had both the girls in it, man. I can't even remember what it was. I can't remember what brand it was, but it was but they making money. That Curry family, they're gonna be making bread for a long. Even after Steph's career over, they're gonna be bringing in money.
Yeah, they market.
Like, and then they sister married another player on the team. You know what I'm saying? Or I think she pregnant by another dude on their team.
Yeah,
on Golden State. You know what I'm saying?
Is it Golden State? Did he play
I think one of his teammates. I think one of his teammates. She got pregnant by one of his teammates for Golden State.
And then
I don't know. Is that messy though? I don't know. Maybe
and then Seth Curry is married to Doc Rivers' daughter.
Doc Rivers' daughter.
Yeah. Wow.
So that's a lot. That's a lot.
Yeah.
And Paul George was messing with Doc Rivers' daughter.
Yeah.
Previous to that.
And he's still on the squad.
Oh yeah, they did a Hershey. They did a Hershey commercial.
Yeah.
Interesting. That's the commercial. Stephen Curry and Aisha Curry's daughter still to show at a Hershey.
So hold on, you asking everybody else, Shaq. Is there a moment where you feel a hall pass valid, sir?
Is there a moment? Yeah. Well, I was kind of like you, Randall. I actually did get a hall pass before I was married. But yeah, but the thing is, it depends on who you with. Like, if they give you a hall pass, like I don't know.
It's a one time thing.
Yeah,
redeemable one time.
Yeah, only one time.
1 week,
but damn, a whole week. I didn't know.
I'm just asking. I'm asking how.
Oh no, we ain't Jeff Bezos out here. No, who was that? Bill Gates. Somebody that was spending. He was. The whole week.
Spending 1 week out of the year for like 10 years or some shit like that.
Crazy.
Just to probably look at it because he ain't doing shit with that.
But no, I think it's actually fun to maybe even set. Hey, if I meet this person, blah blah blah. Then what if? Like, so, I don't know. I don't think some people.
Hold on. Let's back this up. I don't mean to get into my business, but you had somebody circled, and that's how the hall pass work, or it was just one hall pass for any.
Oh no, you gotta have somebody circled. Yeah, okay, you gotta have somebody circled. It can't just be any random celebrity, because that. But you have somebody circled, and you say, hey,
was a celebrity?
Oh my gosh, yes.
All right, what's the initials?
But yeah, even in this is my thing. Even in your marriage, like if you say, hey, like, this is my person, would you allow me? And they say yeah, I think it's fun. I don't think that that shit, like you said, Randall, what's the percentage of that shit? You know what I'm saying?
Slim to motherfucking none.
What's the percentage of it?
Even what's his name said, Boosie, he was saying he only deal with women that mess with women because he know he gonna mess with other females. So he was basically like, if you mess with women, I'm allowed to bring them back into the bedroom with us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So he only deal with women that fuck with women for that reason, because he know he can't just deal with one. You know what I'm saying? So is that considered a hall pass? Is it considered a hall pass if your girl is in the mix too?
No. All
right, well then I guess that's not the same.
Because hall pass is, when you in school, you in the hall alone by yourself. Free roaming. So,
but usually when you in a hall pass, you get the hall pass so you can meet somebody else.
They not in your classroom. They're not in your classroom.
Yeah,
that's somebody else's classroom.
I don't know. I think that's interesting because, like Marcus said, if that's his situation, you know what I'm saying. If he mess only with girls and mess with girls, I don't know that I don't know that because that's repetitive. That don't sound like a one-time hall pass. That just sound like a whole relationship.
Yeah, that's just how he lived. Yeah, that's his lifestyle.
Right. A lifestyle. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm.
Very interesting. Very interesting.
This was a spicy tomato.
Hey, did y'all hear the FDA approved the vaccine? Did y'all hear about that?
Yeah.
We talking about all the, people bringing people. That's a lot of contact. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like the FDA approved the vax. So it's like maybe we can, do a lot more of that type of shit. Like who knows? So what do y'all think about the FDA actually approving this shit though? The FDA actually approved it though.
You know what's funny? Like we always talked about leading up to this shit. We always talked about how. Like, the FDA hasn't approved. The FDA hasn't approved it yet. So, like, why would we take it? But it was always like, in my fine writing, like, FDA approved everything. So I wouldn't be surprised if they approved it in the upcoming. And they still haven't gone through clinical trials at all. So it's not a surprise to me. I mean, the FDA say cigarettes is healthy for like a long period of time.
They literally had commercials back in the day talking about how they're good for you.
Man, they had doctors behind the desk smoking it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I endorse these type of cigarettes. You know what I'm saying? So why wouldn't you think doctors will be paid for to make this shit pass? I could probably pull up like an old, Marlboro commercial right now.
Yep.
To show you that shit. But
yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah, bro, that's something to think about. A lot of shit comes out, and when it initially comes out, it's a good thing, and then research goes in, and you gather data, and then next thing you know, it's like, oh shit, I guess this isn't as good as we thought it was. Now, we went from niggas could smoke on airplanes, you had smoking sessions in restaurants,
right?
Now,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? All that shit
in an airplane, nigga.
Now that shit don't even exist no more. Nigga, the Red Auerbach used to smoke fucking cigars on the sideline, nigga. Like
who's that famous like quarterback on Kansas City, and they had that picture of him at halftime at the Super Bowl smoking a cigarette at halftime and a beer.
No, I ain't hear about that, but I'm not surprised. But that's what I'm saying, man. We don't know. We're not going to know really the effects of this shit until 10, 20 years down the line and see how that shit really affected people long term. So.
And then at the end of the day, it hasn't been what they call no clinical trial. So you don't at least take 2 years to learn about the long-term effects.
Yeah.
Now, man, I could really dig deep in this shit if y'all want to, because like for the most part, who do you think funds the FDA? What do y'all? Wild guess.
I don't know. The government. I don't know.
Nah. Where do you think they get most of their money from?
Probably the 1%.
Nah.
Big Pharma.
Yeah. They pay their bills.
Yeah.
The people that come up with these vaccines are paying the FDA. Is that not collusion? 75%?
Yeah, that's crazy.
75% of the FDA's drug review budget is who? Biopharmaceutical companies. This is Forbes.com. This is not no bullshit. This ain't no hearsay on Twitter. Forbes.com.
There you go. 75%.
Why is the FDA funded by companies that regulates? Why? Come on, man. Get up out of here. This is not even a real debate.
Yeah,
Hold up.
Crazy times.
Yeah. It's crazy.
And let me just share this one because we just talking about how those wild ass commercials back in the day.
If you were to follow a busy doctor as he makes his daily round of calls, you'd find yourself having a mighty busy
1949
time with him. Time out for many men of medicine usually means just long enough to enjoy a cigarette. And because they know what a pleasure it is to smoke a mild, good-tasting cigarette, they're particular about the brand they use. In a repeated national survey, doctors in all branches of medicine, doctors in all parts of the country were asked, What cigarette do you smoke, doctor? Once again, the brand named most was Camel. Yes, according to this repeated nationwide survey, more doctors smoke Camels than any other cigarette. Why not change to Camels for the next 30 days and see what a difference
got the
it
Vixen
makes
in
in
it
your
too.
smoking enjoyment. Yep. See how Camels agree with
Look how
your
beautiful she is smoking her cigarette. I want to smoke a cigarette too.
A cigarette can be.
Same people, man.
All right,
That's
so
crazy.
then think about that shit. So back in that day, you had the mainstream television media, whatever the fuck, telling you like, "Hey, cigarettes are good." Now we all know at an overall like general consensus now, everybody know like that shit causes cancer, whatever the fuck it is. So that's why they eliminated that shit out of restaurants. But the average citizen didn't know what the long term effects was that shit, and they was going buying it. You know what I'm saying? Smoking all the fucking time because they was like, "Nigga, this shit good for me." You know what I'm saying? Smoking like shit. And then all of a sudden now, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, why would we trust the shit that's being presented to us on the television at the end of the day? Because nigga, they was promoting cigarettes as if they was good for you. You know what I'm saying? So come on, man.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do it again. We just gonna do it again in a different form.
People don't. Yeah, people can't. This is one of them times where 2 + 2 = 5 at this point. So. If you want to see it in this light, go ahead and see it, you big dummies. And I read today, Business Insider, co-founder of BioNTech, that's Pfizer, designed the coronavirus vaccine with Pfizer in just a few hours over a single day. Don't give me no fucking microwave shit. Get the fuck out of here.
That's ridiculous, man. I've been tracking BioNTech too.
Oh yes, I'm an invested player.
Yeah, their stock was like at like 15, before the virus and everything, and now I think they are like 400.
That graphic that showed when Bill Gates invested September 2019, right before Event 201.
Yep.
Come on, man. Donald Trump invested in Moderna January 2020. Follow the money. It's easy. You think there's no correlation?
Nah, that's for sure correlation. That's how they get richer.
Yeah.
They probably formed these in some capacity too.
What the actual virus?
Yeah, nah, like funded the companies. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Come on, man. This is for real. Like, if you're like not even raising the eyebrow at this point, you know what I'm saying? Something is wrong. Something is wrong. And I don't want to be all doom and gloom, but shit, you gotta see the shit. I gotta peel your eyes back at some point.
Y'all know this shit is almost like a fucking movie. But speaking of movies, any good new movies out? Y'all ready to check?
That's big.
Me and Shaq was talking about a couple movies before we came on. Some recent joints that I watched was pretty good. I want to kind of like go in depth. I want everybody on the show to watch Free Guy. Kind of cheesy movie with Ryan Reynolds, but I think it has a lot of metaphors that we're going on right now.
When you say like, cheesy, what you mean? Like rom-com cheesy? Like what you mean?
Just like stupid jokes and the graphics and
one-liners and shit like that. A bunch of one-liners.
But like the setting is a video game. Like he's inside of a video game, so it kind of has to look a little bit cheesy. But the actual storyline of it, very good, very good. Or just like the message behind it.
Which joint is it on? What's it on? Netflix?
It came out in theaters, and
I couldn't find that shit.
For some reason, it's not on the streaming site.
For real,
I couldn't find that shit.
They are protecting this jump.
So. I had to go to the movies too, Marcus, to see it. It was good though.
And if you have a chance to go see it in 4DX, I had an amazing experience in that shit. 4DX. Like the seats move, you feel like air on the back of your neck. It'd be like spraying like water. You see like smoke and shit. Like it's crazy.
Is there a 4DX around here? I didn't even know.
The only one I've seen is in Gallery Place.
Okay, all right. I might have to try that one.
Yeah. But I seen it when I was in Nashville this past week.
Hey, didn't they have a joint like that at the Air and Space Museum or some shit like that?
A long time ago, but it wasn't like their main theater. It wasn't their main theater. It was like the one that was like the little dome. But another movie I seen was Stillwater. I wish Corey was on here. I think he's seen Stillwater too. Stillwater with Matt Damon was pretty good. very emotional roller coaster. You kind of had to like, you know, oh, what's happening next? You really can't see what's happening around the corner. But it wasn't a lot of. It wasn't like, you know, that whole espionage shit Matt Damon usually do. He was pretty much playing like a redneck out of dumb luck and stuff like that. But what else did I see? The Green Knight. I seen a lot of movies this weekend.
Oh, I didn't see that. How was
Green
that?
Knight. It was all right. It was all right. I really don't like medieval times type movies because I don't know the people. But yeah, I don't know that whole like mysticism I've been into lately. Mm-hmm. And what was that one trash ass movie you talking about, Shaq?
Oh, with Jason Momoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does that nigga do anything good though? I don't think is any movie he in good. Like for real. So.
Only if
Justice League was probably the best joint.
Yeah, I was about to say only if he's a superhero. Because other than that shit is horrible.
And there was also this other joint I seen on Netflix. It was like Geisha.
Wait, did y'all see the Aquaman movie? Was that shit actually good? I ain't never watched that joint.
It was.
It was something to watch. It wasn't like
it wasn't like Justice League.
Yeah, it was decent.
Yeah. Memoirs of Geisha. It was all right on Netflix. Based off of a novel.
Wasn't that a book or something like that? Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard of that before.
Steven
I might check what's the like the overall base, because I might check that shit out because I actually heard of it. What's like the overall like, you know, about us, the idea of the movie.
Now that I see Steven Spielberg is in it, it kind of makes sense. But a girl's like taken from her family. She's put like pretty much in like
camp.
Not concentration, a geisha. Yeah, she's pretty much a slave to like a madame for like a geisha house, you know, like a brothel pretty much.
Yeah.
But yeah, like that whole uprising type shit. But yeah.
Oh yeah, the movie with Jason Momoa is called Sweet Girl. Don't see it.
Yeah,
don't see it. You see Reminiscence?
Reminiscence, I did see that. It was from a co-writer of Westworld. It kind of makes sense. It had Thandie Newton in it, who's in Westworld.
Yeah.
Plays Maeve, but it was pretty good. I kind of liked it. Yeah, I kind of liked it. I just like, you know, all those like time lapse paradox type movies.
Mm-hmm.
I liked it.
Snake Eyes sucked. Don't see it.
Ass.
It was horrible.
Oh, for real?
Yeah,
hey, what's his name was in that joint, right? Marlon Wayans was in that shit, right?
And Snake Eyes.
What?
Yeah, no. Marlon Wayans was in the G.I. Joe. He was in like
he was in the other one.
Yeah.
Okay,
he was in that.
Okay.
Yeah. Suicide Squad. It was better.
It was all right.
It was better than the first.
I think
one.
that for real. I thought the first one was better. I might have.
You did? Nah.
You think so? I thought that first one was better. I enjoyed that first one a lot better. I thought the thing about Suicide Squad that was funny was like that very first squad that came out.
Yeah.
But it was funny because when you watch the movie, you kind of got a sense like these niggas seem like some like, you know, it was almost like they was making a mockery of superheroes with that first. That first group, them niggas was too goofy. You know what I'm saying? It was like, all right, these niggas is clearly about to die because there's no way this movie about like there's no way these about to be the heroes that's in the rest of this movie. There's no way. And then Pete Davidson got murked immediately. Like, God damn.
Man, that was funny, bro.
That shit was funny. Though.
And then that damn weasel, that shit
that
was
nigga
weird
was
as fuck.
ugly, nigga. That was the ugliest nigga alive.
Bro.
That was the ugliest nigga alive.
Oh, hey, but all right, so since we speaking on the topic, all right, what is the significance in each Suicide Squad where like the main nigga was a black dude? You know what I'm saying? Because Will Smith was like the main guy in the first joint. And Idris was the main guy in this joint. So I wonder if there's some sort of significance why in each Suicide Squad they kind of made like the main guy like a black dude. You know what I'm saying?
Released from prison.
I just peeped it. I didn't like, you know, connect the dots yet, but I just thought I know there's something behind that because there's no way that coincidentally you got Will Smith and then Idris back to back. You know what I'm saying? That's like the head guy. So
I ain't even think about that. That's a good point. I don't know what they trying to say.
Yeah, so I thought that was interesting though.
I like the shark. I actually like what's the name in it?
The shark was tough. I like the shark in there.
I like John Cena in it. He was kind of funny.
Yeah. Yeah, have you realized that he kind of like following after the Rock's footsteps? You know what I'm saying?
He
like,
is,
with that strong man but funny, comedic.
Silly,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Like exactly, almost the same exact fucking blueprint.
And Batista with
I like Batista.
But Batista, he's not as his personality is in his he doesn't have like a dynamic personality. You know what I'm saying? It's like he kind of always plays like the. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
like,
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, he's funny as shit in that joint.
He's funny as shit. Yeah. Yo, he had me laughing in that.
But he wasn't saying a whole lot in that joint, right?
But everything he said was like the complete, like honest truth. But it was just hilarious. Like so. It's like he doesn't have the ability to like sugarcoat anything. It's so fucking funny.
Yeah.
Me and Kaden was watching this shit today. It was called like What If. It's like a Marvel animated series, like What If, and it would like say like
I heard about that.
What if like what if Black Panther was Star-Lord, like in an alternate universe and shit like that? It's like weird as shit. And like and then Thanos came down to Wakanda and it was like explaining what he did to like people, and then like people in Wakanda was like, that's like genocide what you did, right? And he's like, it's like no, you don't understand because like I did it in one snap. Like the way he was explaining shit, it was weird as shit.
That's crazy.
Yeah. What if?
Hey, like I said, I'm not I've said this before, but I'm like not the biggest movie buff type guy. But a series that was good, I was watching over the weekend with my wife is that White Lotus joint. I don't know if y'all seen it.
I haven't started yet. Yeah, I haven't started.
Yeah, that shit is good. Like I kind of follow her lead on like movies and series because I don't be knowing what to watch. I don't like. My problem is that I don't like to like take the time to find out if it's good and then
right.
Yeah. My time. So I don't even be trying, but she does that. So when I see she into some shit, I'll be like, all right, what's she watching? So that White Lotus joint was good. Not to give it away, the key thing I'm gonna say that pretty much the overall thing is that like at the beginning of the movie, it shows the end of the movie, and then you kind of have to figure out how it led to that point. So it's kind of got that mystery aspect to it the whole time. Like
what's that on? What platform?
What was it? HBO Max.
That's kind of how Reminiscences, the movie.
Okay, yeah. So it's basically one of them joints. When the movie start out, it shows you the end of the movie, and then you watch it trying to see like, okay, so who was the person XYZ? You know what I'm saying? You're trying to figure it out while you're watching. So yeah, but it was funny. It was like a what you call it? It was a drama comedy. You know what I'm saying? It's not like a serious movie, and it got some reckless scenes just to prepare you. It got some shit. And trust me, y'all gonna know what I'm talking about when y'all. It's not funny, nigga. I'm talking about reckless. They got some shit. They got some jackass shit in there. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
Yeah. Not all the time. It's just like one scene where it's like, all right, y'all ain't had to do that. You know what I'm saying? But it's still a good ass movie. A good series. I thought that shit was good. Like I was binging. I kept watching episode after episode. Even when I had to go to bed, I was like, nah, nigga. You know when you know what I'm saying? You gotta go to sleep, but you so into the series, you stay up and shit. Like it was one of them joints. So, and it was only 6 episodes too. So
okay.
Yeah, it's like a little mini joint.
You see the Hitman's Wife Bodyguard?
Didn't see that, but it caught my attention. But was that good?
The action was good, but
yeah, it was corny, but the action was good. This is what you would expect from Ryan Reynolds and
Samuel.
Yeah,
cussing each other out.
Man, I gotta see anything with Sam in that joint, man.
Yeah, he was ignorant as hell.
What about No Sudden Move? You like that joint? I kind of like that.
Sudden Move.
I kind of like that with Benicio.
Oh yeah, I like that with Don Cheadle.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah, it's like real like quirky.
Yeah, it's like Departed almost.
Yeah, but like a kind of like a funny element to it, like a kind of like I don't know, like it's like it's. I'm trying to compare it to something.
Yeah, it's like Departed mixed with
like what's it, like a weird like George Clooney type movie.
It's Departed mixed with what's the name? The joint with Alicia Keys and Common and Ryan Reynolds. That joint.
What's
you know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? The shootout in Vegas. And Jeremy Pivens.
What's that?
Damn, you know what it is. You know what I'm talking about.
Mm-mm.
Bruh. I'm telling you, all of the people, Jeremy Pivens, Common, Alicia Keys. Alicia Keys was sent to assassinate them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I remember that.
And what's her name? What's her name from Baltimore was a sharpshooter to try to defend Alicia Keys while she was in the hotel.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, you killing me.
Who from Baltimore? You talking about the dude from The Wire?
Nah, the woman from the woman.
The girl from The Wire.
No. The girl from here. The girl from Baltimore that was in that math movie. Man, I get it all the people.
Like, right? When niggas don't know who you talk about.
No, it was like quirky.
Hey, I think maybe I'm tripping, but I
Smoking Aces.
Smoking Aces. Okay.
Come on, Randall. Come on, really?
Hey, I could be wrong, but like,
ain't they
supposed to be making like a spinoff of The Wire? Like, right? Ain't there like some shit that's supposed to be coming out soon that's like a spinoff from The Wire? Am I tripping? I swear I heard something about that.
I ain't heard it.
You ain't tripping? I gotta look it up.
I heard them jumps on Stars. All right, the whole the BMF joint that's about to come out, and what's the joint?
What y'all think about the BMF joint? Because I've been seeing the trailers for that shit.
I'll take a look. It's just like I hope they had all their blessings.
Hey, I'll say this: I definitely have an overtime perspective on that shit, but you know what I'm saying?
The BMF.
Yeah, I mean, I'm talking about the movie. You know what I'm saying? I'm just thinking about the times that we in, and I feel like it's definitely glorifying. You know. I
mean, it hasn't always glorified that.
I know, but still, it's like just it's like Boys in the Hood for a new generation. You know what I'm saying? It's Minister Society for a new generation. That's what I mean.
That don't know nothing about it.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you put niggas on the pedestal, you know. Yeah,
they did the big though.
And 9 times out of 10, the person behind that whole fucking movie don't look like me and you. You know, so you always got to keep that in consideration. Yep. Always got to keep that in consideration. You know.
Yeah. But yeah. Also keep us in consideration over here at the Flight Room Podcast. Did we run through everything?
Yes, sir.
Well, best hook maker.
Oh, best. Okay, let's finish off with this.
Finish off something light.
Yeah, something like in the whole music industry. We grew up listening to music, rap, classic type stuff. If you can pick one, just give me one. Don't ramble off with a whole bunch of jumps. If you had to take one person to make a hook for your entire album, because I'm slicing it right now, who would it be? The best hook maker in music.
All right, so we talking about for your entire album, because honestly, I have 2 people in mind. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie, I have
just
2
give me
people
one.
in mind, but I feel like one is more like I could deal with them for an album. One guy's more singles, one guy's more album. I think I say T-Pain, right, for the singles. You know what I'm saying, for the radio joints, and Nate Dogg for the album cuts. You know what I'm saying?
I was gonna say Nate Dogg.
Yeah, Nate Dogg for the album cuts. That's the joint. I think for as far as hooks, I would say T-Pain for like the radio joints. If you're trying to do a little R&B joint for the females, you know what I'm saying? You can't go wrong throwing T-Pain on some shit. And honestly, I think T-Pain is super duper under fucking rated as an R&B artist, like in the modern era. Like a lot of niggas give Chris Brown, you know what I'm saying, all the flowers, but I think I'll probably say Chris, then T-Pain, number 2. You know what I'm saying? As far as R&B niggas, like I guess since we became adults, you know what I'm saying? Niggas who came out as far as like, having the ability to do hip hop rap songs and still keep it R&B, like I feel like T-Pain and Chris Brown are probably the best niggas at that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go with T-Pain. That's what I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with T-Pain. Y'all
stole my thunder with the Nate Dogg.
I mean, but I chose T-Pain though. You see what I'm saying?
Okay. I'm gonna take Nate Dogg, but people might sleep. It was a whole year and a half probably. Ty Dolla $ign was carrying the load.
He was. Ty Dolla $ign actually
was carrying the load.
Hey, Ty Dolla $ign,
he was.
You 100% right. That nigga was quietly like becoming like the hook guy. You know what I'm saying? He was, but nobody was really talking about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But he was. You're right.
So, who you got, Shaq?
I'm gonna just go with old school Pharrell, man. I feel like a lot of his a lot of his hooks.
Pharrell?
Yeah. He's fire. He had a whole decade.
He did, and Pharrell's joints was like so like unique. Like nobody else could. It's like his approach was just different from everybody else. Like it was Pharrell. I can't even I can't describe it. It's like only Pharrell do what Pharrell do. You know what I'm saying?
And on top of that, if you're getting a Pharrell hook, you're also getting his beat. So that's like a
exactly
a cheat code. Also, right. Okay, in the past year, I would say Anderson .Paak.
That's I was gonna say Bruno or Anderson. Yeah. I was gonna say one of them.
Anderson .Paak gonna give you all them hooks right now. That's like the cheat code right now.
I would say honestly, Bruno Mars might be the biggest artist, like period, like at his era. You know what I'm saying? Like he don't drop a lot of music, but his impact, that should be like
right. You can play anywhere.
It's like he's Michael Jackson, like you know what I'm saying. Right. But I feel like don't nobody really talk about him like that. But he get that respect, you know what I'm saying. Right. But he's not in the. But like when people talk about biggest artists, greatest artists, nobody really says Bruno Mars. Even though when Bruno's about to drop, nigga, it's about to he about to shut everything down. You know what I'm saying? Because Bruno covers every fucking genre, like every demographic, every culture, every age, every race, every
you could play that. You could play that like a elementary school graduation to the club to the.
But who else can do that? Who else can do that but Bruno Mars? I think he the only one, and that's the same appeal that Michael Jackson had. Michael Jackson was literally the nigga who you could like every fucking setting you could drop some Michael Jackson shit. And I think a lot of people compare Chris Brown to Michael Jackson, but Bruno Mars might be even closer. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I say that is because Chris Brown was a dancer. He's a dancer. He's a performer. All that shit like Michael Jackson was. But from a music perspective and impact, like Bruno's music is going to last way longer than Chris Brown's music. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. Bruno is kind of like he's one of those niggas. He's a Prince Michael Jackson type nigga. You know what I'm saying? He's one of those guys.
Yeah, and we, regardless of everything going on now, R. Kelly got to be mentioned too, as far as hook makers.
Yeah. Hey, bro, we just talking about the music. We ain't talking about the personal shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? The issues. Like, at the end of the day, yes, R. Kelly was definitely like one of those guys and be like, you definitely gotta get R. Kelly on the hook. You know what I'm saying? He was definitely one of those guys at one point. Even to this day, I guarantee you, if you ask the average rapper, like if them niggas would chose to be honest, they'd be like, I would love an R. Kelly feature. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of these niggas would. They would.
Right.
R. Kelly might be one of the most brilliant niggas in music. You know what I'm saying? Like that nigga's insane brilliant when it comes to music. He's like stupid, like dumb brilliant. You know what I'm saying? It's like
effortless too.
Yeah, but the nigga was so creative. Like the nigga had a song called like what was it called? Animals in the Jungle Making Love or some shit. You know that one? You know that one? I was like, nigga, what was he on when he made that? Because you ain't just sober making songs like that, nigga. Like what the fuck?
Penicillin.
Yeah, he was on something. You're right. But either way though, like he's one of those guys. Who there's a. I mean, I guess we just done naming them right now. Who's another one? Another hook guy. I feel like we're missing a big one.
We can't forget about Mary J. Blige.
Yeah. Hey, every struggle rapper gotta get him. Hey, if you a struggle rapper, you gotta get a Mary J. Blige. Fucking like it's almost a guarantee, nigga. Like she fits the mold of the struggle. She's like the vocalist of the struggle. She like the female, and then when the way she sing, it just be so much pain. You know what I'm saying? Just the way she sing. So
I'm thinking more.
There's gotta be some more. Wasn't Lil Jon killing hooks at one point too?
Yeah, but that was the beats.
Yeah, he do a lot of ad libs too. He do ad libs like on everybody.
Oh shit! Now we're gonna go to the ad lib kings and shit. Jeezy,
Jeezy, Lil Jon.
I'm going with T.I. Unpopular opinion. I think that nigga ASAP Ferg used to fucking kill the fucking ad libs. Busta Rhymes. Busta. Who's another fucking ad lib nigga? Used to kill them for fucking ad libs. I'm thinking of West Coast. Schoolboy Q. I think Schoolboy Q used to kill that shit too.
Yeah. Yeah, T.I. had a lot of ad libs.
T.I. I think that song, What You Know About That, I think his ad libs on What You Know About That was
top tier.
Top tier, like nigga, that's top 3 songs all time as far as ad libs, you know. But if I had to choose one, I give it to Jeezy. I think Jeezy was the only nigga where I was listening for the ad libs. I think he was the first nigga that had me listening, you know what I'm saying, for the ad libs. So I think I would probably give Jeezy that joint.
Yeah. That's crazy because his first album, like half of his songs was ad libs. That shit was going though.
Jeezy was like an ad lib rapper, but it worked. You know what I'm saying? That shit just, when Jeezy was hot, that's the one thing we don't talk about. We talk about Wayne. When Jeezy was that nigga, like he had a very strong run. You know, there was one point where all I listened to was Jeezy and Wayne. Like there was literally a point though. That's all I listened to.
Yeah.
Yep. And I hope all you listen to right now is the Flight Room Podcast each and every Wednesday live, starting at 9:35, sometimes later. If you can't catch us there, catch us on Spotify the following day, or iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, iTunes, all that. Yep. Make sure you stay close. Check us out on Overtime. We won't be doing overtime today, but you can also submit any topics that you're interested in, especially for the overtime. We need some news conspiracies. I think I didn't bled the fucking well dry as far as conspiracies. But yeah, fuck with us on the overtime. Fuck with us on the fifth quarter podcast. We talk about sports, and over here at the Flight Room Podcast, we talk about everything society and not try to make us crazy. But yeah, please, Peace Shack, Lighthouse. We're gonna catch y'all real soon, y'all. Peace.
All right, peace, y'all.
All right, y'all.